Hello to the chicas, hello to the chicas. In today's video I'm going to talk to you about openings and a little bit about that very dangerous topic of memorization. As far as I'm concerned, there is no coach in their right mind who would ever want you to blindly memorize openings without understanding them very thoroughly, that is. But apparently this is an ultimate wisdom nowadays circling around the internet, that you shouldn't memorize openings. I don't think anyone ever said that, but I would like to show you today instead and mention to you things that I think you should try to, and memorize is not even the right word for it, but rather internalize and make it yours, because remembering something is not the same as being able to recreate it. Make it yours, understand it, make it part of your actions. And these little things that I like to call, and the chess jargon likes to call, motifs. And so in order to demonstrate first with a few loose ideas, let me show you something just as an introduction. So in my youth and up to date actually, I like to muck around a lot with the bishop c4 move against the knight off, as well as the classical Sicilian. And so when I decided to play this opening, the first thing that I did, or more or less the first thing apart from playing through a fair number of master games, was to detect, identify, and understand a few basic concepts that are at the very core of this particular setup. So what are we talking about here? For example, one of the very first games that I've ever played in this opening, I was no more than 14 on 15. It was a Hungarian team championship. And I played, I remember it was against a quite strong girl, junior, who played against me here, knight d7. And I immediately got super excited because I saw it before, this idea, this motif, that if the knight is on d7, it interferes with the bishop on c8 guarding e6, so I can go in for this piece sack, win a pawn, win a second pawn, and win a third pawn. Not only that, but I'm also going to now compromise my opponent's castling rights, in fact take them away altogether, and now I am eyeing with the fourth pawn no less. The attack is still on, the king is insecure, happy days. That's a motif you want to know and understand and internalize before you even start, learning, so to speak, bishop c4. In fact, now let me rephrase that. This is you learning bishop c4 before you look at theory, is that you familiarize yourself with the environment that you are about to parachute yourself into. This is the way to do it. Let me show you another one which is a lot more obscure. And this has also yielded a lot of freebies to me. Mind you, later on I was able to utilize the same idea here with bishop e6 very quickly, although this is a different motif, a more complex one. But here I needed to learn that actually here queen takes is very good because there is this mate. But I have a YouTube video about this, so I'm not going to go there. What I wanted to show you is a third motif. If you want to go back to this, you can slow down the video and watch this again. The third one is going to look like this. Queen c7, castles, knight d7, rook e1, knight c5. And here I remembered, learned, understood all of the above, that knight f5, and this is typical in this setup. We are constantly on the lookout for knight f5, knight e5 ideas. So again, my understanding and rather my learning of the opening is not first of I go there, they go there, I go there, they go there, but first I'm familiarizing myself with overarching plans and ideas, tactical ideas like this, that after ed I have bishop takes. And now if bishop takes, out of nowhere, I'm actually winning this rook because this is the discovered check. Whereas if they take with a pawn, I have got knight d5, let's say queen d8, I take, they take, I take, and I'm winning the house. Again, I defeated a FIDE master with this exact move order in a very handy game. Motifs. This is the heart of every opening once you learn it well, that you understand what kind of late opening, early middle game plans, ideas are accessible for you, and tactical motifs, provided that you're not learning the London, but something that allows you to fly high and actually expand your wings. Jokes, by the way, because the London does have a lot of patterns and tactical motifs even that you should learn if you are learning that opening. So I will, take that back. Now, I will show you a recent example that made me super happy. I played a game online. And if I were a brilliant video editor, I would actually edit into it the stream segment where I played this. This is from my D4 club players opening course. So now we are talking actually hardcore business here. Now, I do remember my courses, depending on which time we're talking about, pretty well, some not so well. But most importantly, everything I play, I understand. Because if I didn't understand, I wouldn't play it. Simple as that, right? And where I feel very much at home, I do remember a fairly wide range of motifs. And so when this opening occurred, I was already like, please, please, please play bishop b7 or knight c3, bishop b7. And they did. And now we are in my favorite variation of the Queen's Gambit accepted. Now, at this point, I started playing some moves that were really good, some that were not that great, but I knew I was ahead. I had the plans ready. I knew what to play for. So I knew d5 was going to be good. The knight comes in on d4. I'm hindering development. I'm coming out with bishop e3 tempo, looking like $1 million. And then on top of that, but by the way, this is bad according to the engine, I would play it again in a heartbeat. At this point, something occurred to me, and I was so happy about it. I actually called out the rest of the game on stream, the way how it was going to happen. And the reason why I was able to do that is because I saw a motif. I wrote the course, so no wonder I saw it. In the sample, the model game for this line in my chessable course, Danny Gormley, Julio Granda Zuniga. And by the way, typically when a motif or an entire game leaves a very strong mark on you, generally you remember the players. And Danny Gormley defeated Julio Granda with the exact same motif that I foresaw here. And I called it out that I'm going to go knight f5, bishop g4, knight h6. And that's exactly what happened. Watch. Here, here, here. Forcing more or less queen f7. And knight h6. An absolute belter of a move. Slightly different context, as you will see. But that makes it all the more memorable. The point is that the knight is immune to capture due to the trap of the queen, which is now pinned, and the queen otherwise has to abandon the diagonal. This was new to me. I had to kind of invent this part, because if the queen moves off of the diagonal, I can just win a free piece. And now I will show you what made me able to recall all of this and apply this knowledge. Danny Gormley, Julio Granda. And by the way, I referred to this in a different YouTube video already. That game went like this. And then here came up with this absolutely genius knight h6 move. Which in this context happens to trap the queen. So you can see that there are striking analogies. The take bishop traps the queen, rather pins the queen and wins the queen is the same. Same is the fact that there are very limited squares on the diagonal. But in this case, the queen actually has no squares to go to. It gets captured no matter where it goes. In my case, the queen actually had a free square, but now there is an additional tactical motif that allows me to go for it. Now, if I hadn't remembered the game and the motif that decided the Gormley game, there is a very slim chance that at this point I would have recognized the winning tactic. I would have gone for it maybe by fluke, because where else would you put this knight other than f5, and then bishop g4 is begging to be played. So it's likely I would have stumbled upon it. But the fact that at this point I already called out during the game that I'm going to win this with knight h6, watch. And I was jumping from joy in the stream and like, oh, yes, baby. I was literally like that. And then I could play out this. This is the type of memorization you want to do first and foremost. Because when you remember these tactical tidbits, these motifs, the ins and out of the opening that you're trying to play, then afterward to tailor to that the actual move orders and, you know, playing out the opening correctly, and I'm trying my best to avoid using even the word memorization, is so easy. Because you know where you are going, right? It's like trying to remember let's say you went on a hike, when you already went through on that hike, let's say with a bicycle first. So easy. You remember which turn you take. You remember where, oh yeah, that's where we saw that bush. That's where that road sign is. And there we turn around right after that big tree. Now imagine you do the same without having never been there before. And you're trying to navigate the same hike having no clue. Not the same story. And that's exactly what motifs, patterns, and ideas allow you to do. And this is exactly why I am the greatest advocate, even in my own Chessable, especially in my own Chessable opening courses, that not only do we provide anchor games, model games, but in my opinion, the best way to start learning a new opening is to first look through the model games, see what the whole entire Shimazol is about, see where that game is taking you, what kind of middle games you are getting, and then you can go on with the nitty-gritty and learn it move by move. I hope that you folks liked it. That was me for today. Please don't forget to sub, to like, to super thank me. We are closing in on 50k subs on YouTube, so I would like to get there as soon as possible. Please help me to achieve that. That's it for me for now. Take care, and I'll be back with the next one soon. Bye.